Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on career, money, love, but we never ask, how are you doing? So this reading is going to tap into what's going on with you right now, how you're moving through this time period, and what to expect on the other side there as well. Also, you may notice that my voice is a little bit off right now. I feel absolutely fine. However, it feels like I'm coming down with a little seasonal cold. So, of course, I've got my lemon, honey, and ginger on the go, but my voice may break out occasionally, so apologies for the inconvenience there. Hope it doesn't distract you in any way, and let us begin. Thank you so much, spirit guides, great angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding their current situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to expect? Can you please show them what is going on with them and how they're moving through this time period? Now, I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome, but I definitely see here that you're wanting to expand your horizons. You want to find a little bit more spontaneity, and that you've been going through an intense period of personal development. I can see that there's a very cerebral energy here about you making a radical change, some sort of lifestyle change for yourself there. And a lot of you may have felt that you've been walking a very difficult and sometimes lonely path, okay? I definitely see that you have some very important people around you that are very supportive of you, but there is also an energy of doing something that you feel you have to do for yourself right now, or something you have to do alone. It could be a strategy or a plan that you have. And I feel whatever it is, it's going to come to a very positive conclusion. But I definitely see that you are trying to reshape your landscape in some way on a personal level, but also on a physical level. Some of you may be thinking about where you belong in the world. I also see here that you're a very deep, thoughtful person, and you're going through a major soul-searching period. And a lot of you are on a very intense journey of discovery, but also a healing journey as well. Things from the past being processed right now. Maybe that's what you feel is something that you have to do alone right now, to contemplate, all the experiences you had, what you learned from them, and how they've shaped you, and how they made you stronger than ever before. And you can see, what you're capable of, because I feel a lot of you have been under a lot of pressure recently. And I feel, there is an energy here of feeling scattered at times. Now, I do see a lot of you are looking at what drains your energy right now, whether that's people, situations, circumstances. A lot of you, in fact, the collective, are feeling pretty exhausted right now. I feel a lot of people are, looking at where you feel completely drained of resources and how difficult things are. But at the same time, I feel like you're trying to be really positive. You're sort of accessing the different dualities about yourself. I feel like you're pushing on through, and I feel there's this energy of you trying to rediscover that spark or that passion within yourself. And I feel like you're deeply reflective on who you are, but also who you used to be. There is this energy of you kind of remembering a period in your life where you may have felt that you were more passionate, more free, more, there's just this energy of lighter, okay? So I feel a lot of you are actually reconnecting to a part of yourself that you do feel a little bit like you've lost touch with that part of yourself. You're accessing that passion. You know, sometimes life, it gets heavy and there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. And you do have a King of Swords here, so I do see that you've got to a certain position in your life right now where you have a wealth of experience, but also there is a heaviness or an energy here of, well, there's two energies here. One is, how do you expand horizons? A lot of you are thinking internationally right now, because the King of Swords is an international card. It basically means, you know, expanding your reach, maybe thinking about going overseas. For some of you, it could be a vacation, but some of you, it could be, where do you belong in the world right now? Where do you feel called to be? Do you want to migrate a business, or do you want to retire to a certain place? Do you want to actually live in a different country, different state? So I feel a lot of you are really thinking about that right now. And I mean, your first card there is the King of Swords. Now, this is your first overarching card of your overall energy, but your first card there is the King of Swords, which of course is a Gemini card. So I feel like you're deeply reflective of your journey and who you are, what you want in life, and, you know, what you aspire to achieve. And I feel like you're on course. Some of you may feel that it's been a very hard slog and you're just pushing on through, trying to transform your life, and it's been so slow or difficult that at times you may have wondered, are you making progress? Well, the answer is absolutely yes. You know, when you get this card, it's number 1, okay, which is Magician card energy. So this is about you manifesting, but it's also about you turning your visions and your thoughts into reality, you know, things showing up for you on the earthly plane, something that's tangible for you. So I feel like you are, you know, really aware that your thoughts actually become things, and you're tapping into that vibration of making things happen. But this card indicates as well, because it is a card of expansion, it's a card of extending your reach, but it's also a card of exploration. So I feel with this card here, you're being guided to do your research on something, because these two cards indicate, you know, you need to take your time with this, really think something through, don't rush into it. All the answers that you seek will be arriving for you. This is a moment of clarity for you, and I feel like you are thinking about the next steps on your path, because you're in the middle of something right now, but you may feel that you've come as far as you can with something. It doesn't have to be a relationship or an environment. It can be that, you know, you're really looking at your thoughts and how they transform your environment, your energy. It can be that one day you feel like you've got all this energy, this get up and go, and the next day you're feeling really drained. And you may be looking at the source of that fluctuation in your energy. For some of you, this is definitely about new landscapes, okay? When you get this card, this is an indication that you are focused and you're overcoming obstacles and you're brave about the next steps that you need to take on your journey, and that you're aware that life can indicate we have many purposes, not just one. You know, this is a card of following your true north, your life's purpose and mission, and I feel like you actually are on target. For some of you, especially with the 7 of Cups there, some energy is coming through here about feeling like either scattered or turning life upside down in some way. Now, this could be an experience you had where you feel that life has somehow got turned upside down. You may even feel like the world is somehow turned upside down, especially in the last couple of years, because that wonderful card there, card of passion, it is in the resistance position, but the eye, of course, is the world there. So for some of you, I feel you somehow feel your world or your perception of your personal circumstances and your world has somehow been turned upside down, or the energy is different, or it just feels like things have shifted and you're trying to adapt to a new way of living or a new pace in life, and you're really thoughtfully reflecting on what is to come, but also your journey on this path and where you feel like you belong. So I feel here, this card is a card of adventure. It's exploration. It's an explorative time for you to try new things. And there's something in particular on your mind right now, number 1, that you're wishing for, but number 2, that you're, you know, trying to exact in your life or make it happen, shall we say, and it will become your reality. I see a lot of success here. You're magnetizing opportunity towards you, but also you're taking action towards something. That 6 of Wands is success. It means, you know, you will accomplish whatever it is you set out to, but also there is an achievement of desire here as well. Now, also, I feel This card is an indication, along with that King of Swords there, that you're looking at how you communicate your needs to the people around you and trying to have your needs met. And there's an energy here where sometimes you feel a little bit misunderstood or not seen, okay? I feel, especially with the Solitary card, there is an energy here of having some moments where you feel that either people don't get you or what you're about or what you're doing right now. And that's kind of okay, because this is your journey, your path. They're not meant to kind of like understand your journey sometimes, as long as you understand your journey. So I feel like you are deepening your connection with self right now, and I feel like you're living your truth based on how you feel about yourself, and you're not conforming. I feel like you're doing your own thing here. Also, this card, it can indicate that you're in a intense period of self-reflection, okay? Especially with that Gemini card right there. Thoughts do become things. I always say this, thoughts, are words, of course, and words are spelt. Spellings are put out into the ether to connect to certain vibrations in order to attach to the thing that you want in life. Remember, whatever you see in your mind, you can have in your hand. And I feel that there is an intense energy here of you manifesting some level of success or perceived success, because everybody's idea of success is different for everybody. It can be that you or trying to release the pressure. You just want the pressure off, because I see a lot of you under pressure recently. For some of you, I feel there's a lot of juggling going on in your life, and you just feel like you're always trying to catch up with yourself. You may be trying to strategize a new structure or schedule in some way so that you can release that pressure, have more time for you. For some of you, it can be that you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders for, your family or your soul tribe members, or maybe your work or your community or something. I feel there's an energy here of you being deeply in thought about how you matter and how you make a difference in your world, but also the world of the people that you really truly care about. And this card, of course, it indicates that you are someone who is super honest and loyal, and you are someone who right now is thinking about a path, because, wolves are pathfinders, and there is a wolf in that card, which is not typical for a King of Swords. And this is not a gender-specific reading. This is an energy reading, so please apply it to your situation. But for some of you, you're trying to find a new path or a new way of doing something. Now, it can mean that for some of you, you've come as far as you can in some aspect of your life. It could be that you've got a repetitive cycle going on, same old thing, just a different day, and you just want a little bit more spontaneity, a bit more fun. Some of you, it could be that you've got a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and whilst you have a sense of duty about yourself to your responsibilities, you're not going to give those things up. But I feel a lot of you may be thinking, how can I inject a little bit more fun here? How can I let loose or have more time for myself? I feel there's an energy here of you trying to see your life from a different perspective, a higher perspective. Now, I do see a lot of you. There is an energy here, and this may not resonate with all of you, of course, so I have to acknowledge that. There is an energy here deep down, even though, you are someone who tries to seek the fun in life or tries to see the lighter side of life because you have that sense of duality. I feel there is a sadness here at the core of you that you've been processing, and some of you may reach out to a counselor or a therapist, or you yourself may actually become a counselor or therapist in the future if you're on that trajectory, because I feel like you have a lot of empathy. But a lot of you, I see this energy of catharticism where you are letting go, processing, and doing a lot of healing, because it feels at the core something made you feel like off your center, or maybe knocks your confidence there. This is a card of releasing the pressure, following your passions. It's also about letting your soul express itself. And I feel with that King of Swords, some of you have been suppressing a feeling or suppressing an emotion because you're compartmentalizing life right now in order to keep structure or to keep going. Sometimes we put a smile on things and say, yep, we're fine, everything's good. And I do see, you are in command of your everyday circumstances, and you are really a force to be reckoned with. But ultimately, I also see that underneath there is a hidden pain or a hidden struggle that you're going through. And I want to give you the message, because it is coming through strongly, that you're going to get through this period, and on the other side there is glorious success, more fulfillment, and a feeling like you belong, okay? Now, some of you may be deep in thought right now that friendships or relationships or circumstances are evolving, and you are either outgrowing these people or these situations right now, and it may feel like a lonely path, okay? Because you do have that solitary card. Now, there is a difference between solitary and loneliness, of course, and I feel like you are someone who is basically doing life like almost on autopilot, but I also feel like you're deeply reflective right now on the next steps of a plan that you have. But also I feel, you're just getting up and showing up. And I feel there is an energy here of you looking at some relationships that you feel have changed. And it may be a shame that they have changed. But ultimately, I feel like you're erecting healthier boundaries. And I feel like you're cutting out unhealed or toxic patterns in your life across the board. And sometimes we've got to grow away from these circumstances or these people in order to find our path to healing. And sometimes it's a very difficult and sometimes lonely path, but we can grow back together as long as the other party involved is also on a healing path. But I feel for some of you, especially with that Page of Swords there could be a person who has been immature or wounded you deeply in the past. And with that Seven of Cups, it kind of makes you feel a bit scattered, or I feel there's a sense of learning from this. It's almost like you see this person as they truly are in their present form. But I do see here that there is a potential in the future for this person to reach out. And I feel, I got to be honest with you, the energy that I've got coming through, it's almost like they're, and I feel like you know this person very well. I will step away from this energy in a moment because it's not going to resonate with everyone. It's almost like their apology always comes with conditions, okay? And I feel that you're living your life, and these conditions, they do not hold any weight in your world. I feel like you want to accept this person as they are. They're quite challenging, this person, and I feel there is an energy here of just limiting how this person affects you. There's a detachment energy here with that King of Swords, and I feel like you wish that they could see, but in time they will. Sometimes we can only meet each other as deeply as we've met ourselves. And you're presenting as a King of Swords, someone who, you've gone deeper in thought. You've done a lot of, emotional healing and a lot of deep inner work. And this person's presenting as a Page. Now, this is not about age. It can be about, a person's vibration. So I feel like they're being a little bit immature in their energy. It may mean they just don't have the experiences that you have, or it can indicate that they are not seeing how their behavior truly affects. Now, of course, everyone makes a choice, and they should take accountability of that choice. And I feel in time, this person will. Okay, but when a person is unhealed, sometimes they can slip into a pattern, and they have an unhealed response, let's put it that way. And they almost build an illusion around their unhealed response, like they're not the bad person. Like, what? I didn't mean that. I didn't do that. I wasn't. So this person, they will learn in time, but I see you detaching from the situation until this person comes right, and they actually will come seeking you in the future, and they will actually heal and go on a very mature spiritual journey and step up, is what I see. Now, this could be a family member, could be a friend, could be an ex, could be a current partner even. But please take it as it resonates. It's just coming through there, but I'm going to step away from the energy now with a lot of respect. The majority of you beautiful Geminis are wishing for something, but also you're taking action on something. You're trying to work something out right now. And with the star energy, the answers you seek will come to you. But also I feel like you're in search of more inspiration. That inner sparkle. I feel with the star energy here, this indicates that there is a brighter future to look forward to. But right now, I feel like you're learning the magic is within you, and that you're called to bring the magic to your life. However, you're exhausted. So it's like, where is that magic? Because I feel there's an energy here of you being so busy. Seven of Cups tells me that, you may feel pushed and pulled in many different directions. It's a lot to do life right now, and at a soul level, some of you are feeling completely exhausted because you have the soul card there and it's in the resistance position. Now, The star energy also indicates that this is a period where you feel it's time to see things as they truly are, to be really honest with yourself, cut out situations or people that hurt you, because I see here that you're looking at things that cause pain in your life. And I feel a lot of you are trying to heal from something. For some of you, it could be that you've been unwell and you're in an intense period of healing and you are being rejuvenated. And there's an energy here of really like getting back your vitality and this sense of energy as well. But for the rest of you with that star energy, I feel this is you kind of dipping your toe into something that you're inspired about, but you're getting the structure of it first before you make a move. So there's something here on your mind, and I feel like you're just getting a higher perspective on it first before you just either launch it or make it happen in your life right now. But, you know, these two cards, they are kind of air energy. So I feel this energy of some of you feeling like life is a little bit on autopilot right now. Like you're showing up, you're doing stuff, but it feels like you're having to compartmentalize all the things that you need to prioritize right now just to keep life running smoothly. And it's a lot. And I feel this energy here of when did it get so tough? When did it get so difficult? But I want you to be aware there is a breakthrough here. I also see a lot of you taking command of your thoughts. Okay, and there is an inner critic here. Sometimes you really tear yourself down. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, my beautiful Gemini, when really you should be celebrating yourself because you've come a long way and you're doing a lot with the circumstances that you've got right now. And I see that there is a breakthrough and happier times ahead for you here as well. Now, when you get the Soul card, of course, this indicates that you are called to follow your passions. This is a card that indicates what is that spark that lights you up. You know, this is you desiring to live a purposeful life with passion and to consider your motivations carefully before you make a move. So it really ties in with the protagonist energy there. But also you're looking at where your resistance point lies, okay? Where is too far? Where is out of your comfort zone? Can you push a little bit further? But also it's another card that highlights we have more than one purpose. Okay, so I feel like you're really discovering what is that ingredient that you feel is missing from your life right now. Is it the spontaneity? Is it the thrill? Is it the people around you? Is it the environment? What is the missing ingredient is what I keep being given here. I'm actually being given a song as well. It's just coming through. I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading, and I'm clairaudient. Sometimes I hear songs, and I'm being given a song. It's definitely by Jack Johnson, Upside Down. I think it said, I want to turn it upside down, I think it said there. I'm going to have to check the lyrics on that. It's a very famous song. I'm not even sure if it came up in a reading in the past before. I can't really tell you. I can't remember it, but it's such a familiar song to me. I know the song, not the exact lyrics. I don't know those, but I have heard this song before. But I'm getting a sense from it that it's like more adventure. Anything's possible, no limitations, and just going after what it is that you desire, that you can have anything you want. Just put one foot in front of the other, have that plan, and all that you desire and work towards, that shall be achieved, okay? So I feel that song, you may hear that song in the next coming weeks. Next 6 weeks, in fact, because the Six of Wands, there's something to celebrate that you have magnetized into your life. It started with a wish, I heard. It started with a wish. Whatever this wish is, you have the Queen of Wands here. And this is a magnetic card that indicates that you're attracting whatever it is that you want right now. You have a lot of power, and again, you're called to follow your passions. For some of you, this could be a relationship, because there's two people here. Well, actually, there's three, because there is a Page of Swords in the resistance position there. But it could be, you know, the conflict between some people coming together, finding the middle ground. For some of you, it can be that you have a passion project that you have, you know, waiting in the wings, that occasionally you can only give a little bit of time to, but you're going to spend more time on it. But definitely 6 weeks, there is some news that comes in that you're going to celebrate, and it feels like success. It's the news that you've been waiting for. Again, my guide said it started with a wish. So if you haven't made that wish right now, I would say make it. Also, I'm being shown in the water snowflakes, okay? Snowflakes. So whenever I'm shown a snowflake, it tells me about individuality, that you are unique and that is your superpower. Lots of like plot twist ideas where they're coming from left field. I would pay close attention to any ideas you have, because that King of Swords is to command great thoughts, and great thoughts become great things. And they're coming from you and your higher self, my beautiful Gemini. So really listen to those things. If you have a hunch that something's going to do well, or that you want something, know that it is possible. But listen out for that song, because I feel it indicates that some good news is coming your way. Now, of course, this card is an indication of you having passion that will make you feel more alive. But because it's in the resistance position right now, you may feel that you're so exhausted it's hard to gather all that strength to make some radical changes in your life right now, or you just feel like it's hard. You know, it's tough. You're feeling drained. And a lot of you have been under a lot of pressure. So I definitely see here that not only are you called to express yourself, but you're called to really, look at pressure and how it affects you. And, of course, this eye is releasing a lot of pressure with a waterfall of tears. For some of you, I feel it's almost like there is something to be positively excited about, because it may actually bring a tear to your eye in a positive way. But I'm being given it's something patiently that you've waited for, and it feels like it ignites something within you, because what I'm feeling here is that the journey isn't fully complete. It's almost like there is a milestone moment that you will reach where you know that you're completely on target and that you're going to achieve your desire. But it feels like there's some good news that comes in to highlight that, yep, you're on the right track, that you are heading in the right direction there. And there's also an energy here where I feel a person around you has changed or transformed in a way that has made you feel really sad. It just feels like there's a detachment here. Now, it can be a friend. I'm picking up friend vibes, okay? So I'm seeing like a friendship evolve or change, and you feel a little bit like it's really sad that evolved and we've outgrown each other. But I also feel like you're attracting new people into your life that are going to be not just a support network, but also your soul tribe members. So I see a lot of you being very creative, joining new groups or getting more involved in the community in a very creative way. And this is going to form new alliances for you. So, if there is someone in particular that you've grown away from, I feel in time, this will it will transform again. And I feel both parties will be more mature to accept that healing has taken place. And I feel there is an olive branch offered. Whether you take that or not, that's going to be your call, depending on what the person did, of course. But I feel in the future, there is a resolution laid on the table. Now, this card also indicates that you're called to express yourself, that you have a lot of charisma, and you have a gift that you should share with the world. A lot of you, your words are so important, okay? I feel, words are important, and they're coming from your soul. There's something here that you're to express or create. It could be through music, poetry, written prose, word. Maybe you're writing a book right now. Maybe you are someone who is a voiceover artist, or you are someone who, tends to help people find their purpose. Or there's an energy here of almost like inspiring people, because the King of Swords is to use your voice to basically speak your truth. Even if your truth shakes your voice, this is a time for you to speak up for your needs, to have your needs being met. And I feel this is an energy that's strongly coming out in your reading. It's like you just want to be seen. You just want to be understood. You just want people to understand that, life is hard and that you're doing the best that you can. And I definitely see here that there's a lot of reward heading in your direction. The universe is certainly going to underline that you have worked super hard to be where you are right now, and the best is yet to come, is what I see there. Now, for some of you with that Page of Swords, there's something that you don't tend to talk about that is a deep secret, or it's a deep pain or trauma that you went through, something that perhaps has influenced who you are and how you operate in life. But I feel like you're empowered now, and this experience that you went through, it no longer holds power over you. Doesn't mean it doesn't matter. It means it happened, and whilst it was important and it shaped who you are, and for some of you it was quite distressing there, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. But I see with that King of Swords energy that you're more empowered, you're stronger, and I feel like you are not ever going back to that place is what I'm being given there as well. Now, the Page of Swords indicates that you have an incredible mind, okay? And I've already discussed that thoughts become things. But when you have the Page of Swords in the Resistance position along with, the Soul Passion card, and both are in the Resistance position at first, everything will go into the upright, of course, by the end of the 6 weeks. But this tells me that, sometimes you put so much pressure on yourself. You are your own worst critic sometimes. And I feel this is a period to celebrate yourself and recognizing that actually you're doing an awesome job. Give yourself a break, but also give yourself a rest, okay? I feel things are aligning for you. It's been a long time and it's been a slow process, but you are actually going to see things slot into place. But I have to acknowledge that a lot of you are thinking about a certain path right now, and you're called to do your due diligence, because this is also a card of investigation. Whenever you get Page of Swords, King of Swords, and the Expansion card, these cards highlight that greater investigation is called for at this time. Be curious. But also, I feel whatever it is you're strategizing or doing your due diligence on, you will know the right path to take instinctively, and there is a really excellent outcome for you there as well. But also I'm being given this energy here of you kind of like being more curious about life. I always say, my beautiful Geminis, because you have that duality about you, you always are curious about the world. You have that inner child about you of curiosity, of wonder. And some of you may have felt that life has been tough right now, and it's always been tough, of course, but it seems to have ramped up that level of crazy in the last couple of years. And you may feel it's really hard to connect to that part of yourself. And I feel you are starting to shift a perspective here where you're trying to reconnect to a part of yourself where you are open-hearted, fun, curious, and like wanting to explore the world. Be like wondrous in that moment and open your eyes like, a curious child. It's almost like you want to reignite that sparkle, that magic that is out there, but sometimes the world can be a very heavy place full of responsibility, and we get a little bit detached from that part of ourselves sometimes. I feel like you're finding your way back to that Gemini that is still within you. Now also that Seven of Cups, this is an energy that can indicate that your imagination is like second to none, and you're called to tap into that imagination to imagine all the possibilities. This card is literally the power of possibility. That's why everything appears in the cup, okay? In each cup. So it's like, what do you want to focus on next? A lot of you, if you've been feeling scattered because you're feeling exhausted, I feel it's important to conserve your energy by prioritizing what's important and not letting small things break your energy or cause fear or frustration. And also with that Seven of Cups energy, I'm being given energy of flexibility, okay? To not be rigid in thinking, be open to possibilities, because I feel the universe is sending you a benefit as well as something you wish for. And sometimes a surprise will arrive for us in a form that we didn't ask for. And at first we're like, well, this isn't how I imagined it to be. But the universe says, but this is going to lead to something better. Sometimes we have to be open to what the universe wants to bestow upon us, because there's a lesson there, but also there's sometimes an easier way or an alternative method that can actually help us and bring greater joy. So I feel there's two things heading in your direction. One is the thing you wish for, but the other thing, it feels like at first you're going to be like, well, what am I going to do with this? It could be a path that's opening up to you, maybe a person you're about to meet. Everything is connected, and I feel it leads to a very happy place indeed. Now, also, we've got the desert, okay, solitariness, and this card can indicate that you are really comfortable in your own company, but also it feels very much like there's something here you need to do on your own. And a lot of you, it's a personal journey of discovery and a healing one at that, especially since my guides are literally pointing to the crystals that are in the cups. So a lot of you may even be like into crystals right now, looking at the healing properties there, how it can enhance your luck, your potential for love or money, or to ground yourself, or, you know, healing. So I feel a lot of you are really tapping into the earth's resources, being in nature, even listening to the birds, okay? But I have to acknowledge as well that there's 3 birds in this card, and there's 3 people here. So some of you may have been caught in the crossfire of conflict with somebody or an experience, and you just feel that it's turned your world upside down in some way, and you feel that either you need to remove yourself from the situation, or you feel isolated and misunderstood because of it, okay? So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that desert card, because it is number 13, which indicates major transformation that you're going through. You know, endings don't end, let's put it that way. They open portals to new experiences, and a lot of you may be actually trying to shed old patterns or familiar things that you feel stuck in right now in order to break old habits and release anything that's like holding you back, so that you can make space for greater opportunities, greater experiences to come. So let me just pull a card on that. 2 of Cups. So for some of you, this could be about love. It's definitely about relationships, for example, but for some of you, it could be love. Maybe you're searching for love and you feel that the universe has left you out in the cold. Maybe you feel that there was a relationship once that you were really connected to, and you often think about this person or this experience, and it causes pain to some degree, wondering why it didn't work out that way, or why it didn't go the way you hoped for, let you down. Maybe even you were connected to someone who was cruel, or someone who basically broke your confidence and left you a bit scattered. You will love again, okay? And there is a high level commitment coming in for you. But I feel you're being called to find confidence in your own company and to follow your passions, and really, I feel a major sense of purpose here. Sometimes we're paused from love on purpose in order to focus on our true life's mission. And I feel like you have a calling. A lot of your cards are about your calling and your direction right now as well. For some of you, this is a person that you really care about, okay? It can indicate that sometimes you may be dealing with like a partner or someone in your family, and you feel the need to detach or be independent, or you feel them like pushing away a little bit and they need their own time. Doesn't mean there's not love there. Doesn't mean there's a problem. Sometimes we just need our own space. And if anything, I'm feeling this major shift from yourself, wanting to go off and do something for you, whether it's traveling or something creative. You still want to keep in contact with the people you care about, but I feel there's something here you feel called to do right now. For some of you, it could be that you want to move to a different country or relocate somewhere else, and it means being apart from the people that you really care about, and that's a tough decision. But ultimately, these people, they really care about you, they support you, and they want the best for you on your journey. And of course, they're going to miss you, but you can still see those people, you can call those people, you can visit them. You know, it's not like they're leaving your life. So if you have a major decision like that to make right now, trust your intuition, do your research, and, you know, make the leap of faith when you feel called to do so. But also, this can be a card of your agreements, okay? Your promises to people. I'm getting a major energy from this card, understanding, okay? And I feel there's this energy coming through strongly in your reading where you feel like you're not seen. Like somehow, you know, you're doing life and you certainly don't blend in the background, that's for sure. But I really get this energy of you kind of like feeling that everybody is for themselves to some degree, or you feel that things are tough right now and you need to withdraw and be a little bit more insular to do some serious thinking about life and your direction. And also, I mean, this figure is sitting in nature on a swing. So it's like you finding more time for fun. The simplistic things in life are often the most profound. And I feel This is about you enjoying your alone time in order to deepen your connection with your higher self and understand what it is you truly want in life. You know, when this card comes out, it indicates there is a difference between being alone or being solitary and being lonely. And feeling confident to spend time alone is a powerful thing. A lot of you may have even felt like taking yourself out for a date or dinner or to the cinema alone or going to the museum or art gallery or to a sporting event. It's like enjoying your alone time, and it really empowers you, okay? But also, this card can indicate that you're someone who has gone through a lot of stuff. You're really tough, you're resilient, and you adapt to difficult circumstances. And some of you may be feeling that there are difficult times ahead, especially if you've gone through some sort of trauma or difficulty in the past. You almost preempt or expect things to be difficult in the future. But your outcome card is the Sun, which means there's a positive outcome here. A better option is available to you, but also a better outcome than you expect is going to be revealed for you as well. You're someone who is really grateful for what you have right now, and every day brings new possibilities and opportunities, but this is about you concentrating on building your vitality, your health, and reshaping your landscapes to make sure you get the best of everything that life has to offer for you, to keep shining your light, to be strong in that light. And also there is an energy here of warmth with the people you care about, but also where there is reciprocity in relationships. I mean, if you're in a solitary energy and you're looking for love, for example, there's one figure swinging there and enjoying nature and enjoying alone time, and then we've got a big ball of sun and this warmth and two people cozying up together in the warmth of love. So if you are looking for love, I would definitely say love is on the horizon for you. Also, you know, this card can indicate that right now you're in a period of reshaping a landscape in some area of your life. Can be, you know, a personal development path that you're on, body, mind, and soul, looking after your health and your vitality. It can be that you're trying to move to a different place, or you're trying to gather all the strength in order to make some radical changes and step away from toxic people or cycles. And, you know, I feel it will be achieved. The Sun card is always the most successful card in the deck. It means whatever it is that you want, a positive outcome is assured. So I really feel here there's a lot of light in your reading, and there is, of course, an eye there as well. So I'm getting an energy of you seeing things clearly, not just in your personal circumstances, but also I feel like you tend to notice a lot of things about people, their body language, and also the world at large. And you're seeing things from a different perspective right now, where you realize it's more about living in the moment, living in a joyful moment with the people that you care about. But also it's about your hopes and dreams and wishes, and you're completely in alignment. There's an arch here in your reading, which is like you're just going to actually accomplish whatever it is you are trying to accomplish. Or like there's a structure. I feel you've got like a plan, okay? And this plan will become a reality. It's not going to be easy, you know that, and I feel you're ready for that, but I feel it's actually going to be easier than you think, okay? Now we also have the Queen of Wands. Now, of course, the Queen of Wands, I would say, especially since there's three energy people here, I would say there may be someone who has been playing one person off the other, okay? But I feel the truth will out. So if you feel that there's been a misunderstanding, the right person, the truth will out, okay? And you'll deal with that however you feel like you need to deal with it. I see a detachment there, but a potential to heal in the future, only when that person has matured. But with that Queen of Wands, this is always a card that highlights you're going to do what you want that makes you feel happy and go where you feel happiest, okay? It's no accident that you got the Sun card right there and the Queen of Wands, because the sunflowers, they always follow the sun. So you're following success right now, you're following happiness, you're trying to follow your path and follow your passions, and that will lead you to the most happiness. And I see also the Queen of Wands indicates, you know, a creative collaboration. So because you've got the Solitary card, I feel a more coming togetherness in your energy of people, community, of friendships, and finding soul tribe members. If you're soul searching for friendship sort of circles there, you're looking for people you can consider your soul tribe. I definitely see a coming together of people in the future for you, and it's not too far away. I feel by the end of this year, you're going to find a person who becomes a strong ally through life, a really good, strong, firm friend who's really there for you, who really steps up, and vice versa. And you may also have that person already in your life, and you actually reestablish the bond with that person too. But ultimately, this card also indicates that you're very attractive. But sometimes you tend to tear yourself down. People notice you. When you walk into a room, you have a gravitas about you, but maybe you don't realize it about yourself. People are drawn to you. You're really fun to be with. You're very charismatic. And I feel this is a period where if you've been in hermit mode almost, this is a time to allow yourself to be seen. But I feel for some of you, you may have been feeling recently that people don't see you, beyond what they kind of see, if that makes sense. So it's like you wish people understood you on a different level or wanted to put the work in to the friendship or the relationship to go deeper. Well, I feel the period is coming now for you to go deeper with these people, and they're going to show you with actions rather than just words that they want to go beyond the surface, because I feel there's a great awakening going on in the world anyway, but you're going through an awakening right now as well. And I see here that there is a coming togetherness of the people that you really care about in your life. Now, of course, this is a time where you are tapping into your hobbies, your passions as well. All of your cards are highlighting what sets your soul on fire, because I feel life got so busy that you forgot, or you forgot your power in some way, because I'm being reminded about you like fixing your crown and your power, crown chakra energy, to know how awesome you are, because it's almost like you forgot. You may have felt that you were more confident when you were younger, or you may have felt more confident before a certain period in your life, and it just feels like there is something that wounded, and it is the source for sometimes like making you feel a little bit off your center. So for example, you may have been bullied when you were younger, and sometimes, you have that in the back of your mind that you feel people judge, or you feel like somehow you're always on the outside looking in. This is a lone wolf kind of energy. So you may be tapping into that lone wolf kind of energy right now, because not only are you about to reshape your landscape in your world in some way and navigate a new path that's going to be full of passion, joy, laughter, happiness, and success, but it could also be that you've always felt that you're always on the outside looking in. And it's really hard for you to sustain or build a very deep relationship with people. Not that you don't want to, and not that you don't put the effort into. You may feel that just sometimes they just don't get you. They don't get what you're about. But I do see that you are going to meet people who are going to get you. And I also see some people who are already in your life wanting to really see you as you truly are. And I feel like allow yourself to shine in all your glory. A lot of you, this is a very magnetic time for you, attracting opportunities, people, circumstances, but ultimately this is about you being inspired by your passions and reigniting your energy. So I feel like you may identify what it is that's draining your energy, whether it's a person, a circumstance, an environment, a food substance, maybe it's something that you're listening to, that you're watching. Sometimes we are bombarded by information and clickbait and all of those things, and it's like the end of the world is happening in 5 minutes. Click this thing to see why and how to prepare, and you're like, oh my gosh. But when you ground yourself in the energy, you're like, why am I letting that affect my energy? Because I see here, for some of you, it's like high intensity energy. It's like some of you may be looking into your cortisol right now because you feel there's a lot of pressure. You may have felt that your body has changed or shifted in some way because of high cortisol, and you're looking into things that can bring that down. I see you will find things that will affect your energy and bring that level of stress down, but also change your cortisol levels. Some of you may even reach out to a practitioner, someone who is qualified to give you advice about that. And that's going to really bring a lot of joy, because again, remember when I say landscapes sort of shifting or kind of reshaping in some way. Your body is also a landscape. So it could be that, you know, you're looking at your health on a deeper level right now, body, mind, and soul, and you're making sure that you don't allow intense emotions to really affect your insides, okay? So, because I feel like you're a very passionate being, but a lot of you, there is this energy of detachment recently, and this could be because of an experience that you've had that has made you feel in fight or flight mode, or almost like on autopilot, not numbing the pain, but almost like going, okay, I need to compartmentalize, put that to the side and just get on through and move through life. And I feel somehow we start to detach because that is a trauma response. And I feel a lot of you are processing that right now, cathartic experiences, whether it's through talking it over with a counselor or, you know, maybe learning more about counseling or the mind. I feel a lot of you are really focused on the mind right now and the power of thought. And I feel like you're just cathartically getting stuff out and processing so that you can release and be free and sort of live your passions. And that's something that's definitely happening for you. But also something that you're involved in, that you're taking action on, is going to bring success. This is a card of not just being seen, of course, in all your glory, but this is a card of celebration and success, reward, victory. So for some of you, you're conquering your thoughts, having more command over your thoughts, so you quieten the inner critic, and you're making sure that you do not tear yourself down anymore. You raise yourself up. The power of possibility is incredible when you actually reshape the way you talk to yourself about how you're doing in life, okay? Also, with this card, it can be that you are looking at all the things that you digest, listen to, absorb every day, and I feel like it can be a personal triumph that you're having and a personal success. But also there is a sense of accomplishment here where it feels like you're really proud of yourself. So whatever it is you're thinking of doing and taking action on, or you're planning to do, you will celebrate a win here. And I feel you're on target to just take pride in how far you've come, celebrate yourself, and know that you're doing a great job, but also you're attracting a lot of potential and possibilities towards you as well. And there's so much joy and warmth on the horizon for you. And I feel sometimes we have to detach or take a journey by ourselves to go deeper into our minds or into how we feel about things. When we actually detach, we actually connect to our higher self as well. So I feel a lot of you are on a journey of self-discovery, and you're coming out the other side renewed with more energy and more clarity as well. And of course, that will bring more joy there too. So I'm just going to go and get some final cards before I close your reading. Protection. Interesting. It's the second card. You have a swing. Okay, so it can be, especially with the Seven of Cups there, you may be swinging back and forth on a decision. You know, this is about you tapping into your knowingness there and knowing that the answer you seek is within you. Of course, get advice from friends, family members, the people you care about, but ultimately it's your decision and you are making the right one. I see you on the right path here. And we have protection, okay? So whenever you get an umbrella in a tarot reading or a spiritual reading, it means that you've been going through a very turbulent time, almost like been tested in some way, and it has been uncomfortable. And the umbrella represents protection, okay? Sometimes we're put on pause in life. Our guides kind of like step in and say, okay, slow down. This is a period where it feels like you're on autopilot. It feels like you're moving through this period and nothing's happening. But actually everything is happening. Everything is transforming. And I feel you're going to see that sometimes life has to slow down a little bit in some way in order for us to move through to the next pathway that's being opened up for you. Because I feel a portal is being opened up for you here that is going to be very positive. But also, I see that you're still really busy in life, and it feels like it's almost like things are swirling around you, okay, where you feel very still, even though you're busy, but it feels like you're being calm in chaotic situations and trying to be as flexible as possible. We've also got shield yourself from loss and save for rainy days. Expenses are covered. So this is what I feel like you're in a protective mode, almost like you're preempting something negative to come. And whilst we must always be prepared, that's a very sensible thing to do, we must not allow fear to rob us of joy. Very important there, because then we kind of stop living. We stop, existing, and we kind of like are always caught in that fight or flight mode. Easier said than done, I know, but I feel a lot of you are addressing that right now. It's almost like you're coming out of something in some way to really like look at it, process it, release it, and free yourself up from it. Now we've got back and forth. Indecision makes it hard for you to get real traction, so make a firm decision. Okay, and I feel like you are going to make that firm decision, but investigation is the key. Really sitting with thoughts, really sitting with every eventuality. I always say with the Seven of Cups, it's like visualize every single thing that you want and see the outcome. And the one that sets your soul on fire or makes you feel excited and you're like, that's it, that's the path, then suddenly you know your answer. The answer is always within you. Now we've also got nurturing. Take care of yourself and loved ones over all else. Love is the real treasure. I did mention there's this energy of simplicity, the very simple moments in life, spending time with people. And also this is an indication, whenever you get a feather, it means there's someone in spirit protecting you as well. And you're going to see loads of feathers, even on the floor, floating down. I'm being shown loads of feathers right now floating down in the air onto the ground. You may even see one by your shoe, in your shoe, on your car windshield. They're showing me right now on a car. I'm seeing one on a bus, like someone riding a bus. There's one just tucked in on the outside of the bus, and it's like flapping in the wind. So you're going to see like feathers in unusual places. And this is highlighting to you that you're protected and directed during this time. Now, finally, we have abundance. So yeah, something to celebrate coming towards you. It's going to be different for everybody, of course, but it says you come into money or receive more than you expected. I did mention things are going to go better than you expected. And it says more than enough. So you may be preempting something like this, but actually you're going to end up with something like this. So I also feel like you're learning that you are a gift. You give so much to life and to people. You're so generous with your heart and your spirit. And sometimes people don't give back in the same way. We have to accept people as they truly are in that moment, but we must also place them where they truly belong in our life in that moment also. And of course, all things and people change. So it's about being adaptable to that too. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Gemini, because it's very complex. It may not resonate with everyone, of course, but I have to acknowledge the cards that come out and the energy that comes out. And of course, it can't always be a person's reading, but here we are. We have, I'm loving this. You have a horseshoe, so better luck to come, but also a lucky break there. Look out for horseshoes as well, because I feel this is a symbol of good luck and what is to come for you. Success is assured there. Now also we have an apple. Apples represent healthy behavior, but also it could be that you're looking at what you're tempted to connect to at this time that has a negative impact on you. Is there anyone that you're tempted to connect to, hang around with, who drains your energy? But also an apple could represent a place that you're thinking about relocating to or leaving, for example. But we've got an angel there as well that highlights you are protected and guided during this time. And I feel the best is yet to come. So although it feels like a bit of a bumpy ride right now, I mean, nobody likes to be in the middle of that. We all go through that from time to time. Life is like riding a wave. It's up sometimes it's down. And I feel like you've been in the period where things have been difficult and challenging, but now you're rising towards the up part where things are going to get infinitely better. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates there for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.